Welcome back. Let's be honest, nobody likes cleaning a juicer, but it's the price we pay for that fresh, nutritious, cold-pressed juice. Well, the folks over at Hurom say they've solved that cleaning problem with the H400 Easy Clean Juicer, promising faster cleanup, a simpler process, and the same high-quality juice. But does it actually live up to the hype? If the H400 is on your radar, you're gonna wanna stick around to the end of this video to find out. So let's start with what I think is the biggest pro of this machine, and that's the Easy Clean Juicing Chamber. Unlike traditional juicers that use a separate fine mesh strainer with tiny holes that need scrubbing with a brush, the H400 uses a clever design where the auger and strainer are built into one single part. It clicks into place easily, disassembles quickly, and skips the hassle of scrubbing those fine mesh screens. Now, Hurom says those traditional mesh strainers build up minerals over time and can be tough to clean. Personally, I haven't experienced that buildup myself, but that's because I thoroughly clean my juicing screens after every use. If you're not that meticulous, then yeah, I could see it becoming an issue. But the fact that this part avoids that altogether, that's a huge plus. Honestly, it's one of the most thoughtful, innovative design features that I've seen on a juicer, and I've seen them all. The H400 also features a big batching hopper, which means you can load in whole or large pieces of produce, close the lid, and walk away. I personally love this feature, and all the most popular juicers at the moment have it, and with good reason. It's incredibly convenient. While it's doing its thing, you can prep more ingredients, clean up, take a call, do some jumping jacks, whatever. It's a huge time saver, especially when juicing for the whole family or juicing a big batch of juice for the next few days. While the batching hopper is one of the larger ones Hurom has made, it's still a bit smaller than some of the other batch juicers in its class. That means you'll just need to refill a bit more often. Not a big deal, but something to keep in mind when you're making a lot of juice in one go. Another thing that I really like is how well designed all the components are. The auger, strainer, bowl, and hopper all align smoothly and intuitively. Easy to assemble and take apart. It just goes together easily, and that's awesome. Whether you're juicing regularly or every so often, no one wants to wrestle with their juicer to put it together. Also, the design isn't just for juicing fruits and veggies. You can use it to make nut and seed milks like almond, cashew, or hemp seed. Just ladle your soaked ingredients and water into the hopper, close the outlet spout, and you're making fresh milks in a flash. The H400 is also lightweight with a slim footprint, so it's easy to move around your counter. And I love the way the Pulp container nests underneath the juicer base. Its minimalist design keeps the countertop looking neat and tidy, and it's one of those subtle design choices that shows that Hurom was thinking practically about how the machine will live in your kitchen. Now, looking fabulous is a nice feature, but how does it perform when making juice? Well, I've been putting it through the ringer, and it performs top notch. It has a 150 watt motor, which isn't the biggest on the block, but it was easily able to handle all the tough roots like beets, carrots, ginger, as well as fibrous greens like celery and kale. Hurom lists a runtime of 30 minutes for it, but I've juiced with it for way longer than that with no tripping off or overheating whatsoever. And not only does the H400 whip through the tough ingredients effortlessly, it does it whisper quietly. I tested it out with my decibel meter, and it has basically the same noise level as a quiet dishwasher. So if you're juicing early in the morning or late at night, you won't wake up or annoy your family members or roommates with the H400. And beyond all of that, Hurom really is standing on business for the durability of the H400 with a full 15-year warranty for both motor and parts. That makes this juicer a true long-term investment, knowing that Hurom backs the quality and durability of this machine for that long. Okay, those are the amazing features that I love on the H400, but is there anything that I don't like about it? Well, while I really like the Easy Clean strainer, there are a couple of cleaning quirks you should know about. The biggest one is the area underneath the juicer base where the pulp exits. When you're juicing large batches, if you're not paying attention, the pulp can build up and some pulp will stick to the underside of the machine and around the pulp catcher. And when you remove the catcher, some pulp will spill into the gap between the base and the container. So yes, the strainer is easier to clean, but you might end up spending that time you saved cleaning the base underneath around the pulp catcher instead. Not a deal breaker, just something to be aware of. Also, while the strainer design makes for easier assembly and less scrubbing, it unfortunately lets more pulp into the juice. Now, if you like a pulpy juice, that's fine. But if you're like me and you prefer a juice with the least amount of pulp possible, you'll probably want to run it through a separate mesh strainer. The problem with that is that it adds another cleaning step, which is what the easy clean concept was supposed to prevent. And it reduces the overall juice yield when you strain it out. Another thing that I discovered with the H400 is the limited versatility out of the box. Other batch juicers in this class come with a fine mesh screen for less pulp in the juice, a smoothie strainer for a thicker texture, and even a sorbet attachment for frozen treats. The H400 comes with just the one option of the easy clean strainer, so you're limited to one juicing consistency, no smoothies, no sorbets. And while it can juice citrus just fine if you peel it first, there's no citrus attachment upgrade available. If you juice a lot of citrus like I do, having a dedicated reamer can save you time. A couple of the other juicers in its class offer a citrus attachment as an upgrade, and with those you just cut, press, and go. The H400 doesn't offer that, at least not yet. Okay, those are the main things that I don't like, but there are a couple of more minor things to note. The juice collection pitcher is smaller than other batch juicers, so you have to keep an eye on it to avoid overflow. Because of this small pitcher, if you're into batch juicing a lot of volume, you're going to have to pour into a separate pitcher to collect it all, adding yet another item to clean once you pour into jars. Now, you could pour directly into your juice jars to avoid a pitcher, but if you didn't add your ingredients uniformly or you still have more to juice, the juice will be inconsistent in its flavor from one jar to the next. And one last item is that the juicer is 18.5 inches tall, which might not fit under some kitchen cabinets. While it has a really sleek design and minimal footprint with the pulp pitcher nested inside the juicer, if it won't fit under your cabinets, that sleekness is lost if you have to take off the hopper for it to fit, taking up more room on your countertop or requiring you to put it somewhere else on your counter. Here again, not a big deal, just something to consider before you buy. Okay, after all that, here's the Juice Feaster opinion. The H400 has some amazing standout features. Its combined auger strainer design is easy to clean, intuitive to assemble, and the batching hopper makes juicing fast and hands-free. It's incredibly well built and durable, super quiet, and it makes juice effortlessly. It's sleek and it saves you time when cleaning the main juicing parts. And if you don't mind a little pulp in your juice and you're not worried about making sorbet or needing a citrus attachment, then the H400 is perfect for you. But if you want the flexibility of multiple strainers, upgrading a bigger hopper, or the ability to make frozen desserts or citrus juice faster, then I'd recommend checking out the reviews of some of the H400's top competitors. I'll link those for you in the description box below. Okay, that's my take, the Juice Feaster point of view, but I'd love to know what you think. Do you already own the H400? Do you love the easy cleaning strainer, or are you missing those extra upgrade features? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're ready to check out the Hurom H400 for yourself, click the link in the description box below. If I have any discount codes, they'll be there for you as well. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, make lots of juice, drink it all, and stay juicy.